What's going on with ya? How is everybody doing? I am doing good. It is a Friday evening here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I wanted to do a video. I'm not even going to say quick video anymore because every time I say quick video, it's 25-30 minute video. So it's however long it takes to get the message out. How about that? So today I'm going to talk about passing your tests. We are all being tested all the time by God. I said before, and I'll say it again, there are levels to this. Just like grades in school, we are leveling up with the lessons that we are here to learn. That is what we're here to do. Think of this earthly life, this 3D life, as a school. We are all here to learn lessons. If you don't learn the lesson, you are destined to repeat it. So the quicker that you become aware of that and wake up, you will level up and keep leveling up. It took me a long time. Look, I'm 46 and I'm just now sitting here telling you this message. Now, I have witnessed to people all of my life, but like being hip to the whole game and knowing what time it is, no, that did not happen for me until later. But I'm here to tell you that the quicker that you get with it, the better off that you'll be. So just know you are being tested. Things will come into your life to make you aware of what's going on here as far as learning lessons and loving each other and realizing to stop watching the news and not adhering to the rat race that the powers, I won't call them the powers that be. I love Shavi Zane. She says the powers that used to be, the powers that were, that's what she says, the powers that were. But like the 1-2 percenters, whatever, the rich people that the tax brackets don't apply to. They want to keep you working your fingers to the bone. They want you to feed into all of the drama in the media. They want you to look at the distractions while they pass bills and laws to remove your freedoms every day from right underneath your nose. That is not what we're here to do. That's why I'm trying to wake people up. I'm here to raise the vibrations of this planet. I'm here to wake people up. I'm here to show you your potential and teach you how to reach for it, because the sooner the better. All right? I could sit here and quote you scriptures forever, and they would definitely apply to what I'm trying to teach you, but I won't do that because I think that religion is a big part of the problem, a big part of the rat race. It is consuming people and it's controlling them. Your religion, your spirituality, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in, whatever God or power source, whoever your divine higher power is that you get energy from, that you draw strength from, that you connect with the most, should be very personal to you. It should have nothing to do with what others say that you should or shouldn't do. You should feel it. You should follow your intuition, and that should be what guides you. Period. Not always the Bible, definitely not the church. I don't care who thinks badly of me for saying that. I've been in church over half of my life. I've stated in other videos I started school in a private Christian school. I have gone to Christian counseling a few times. As far as after my divorce, I went for a few months, so several, and after my dad died, several Christian-based counseling sessions. I've had I was married to a preacher's son, so I had to hear many sermons, even around the dinner table, from his father, the preacher. So I know about that life, and I would not try to steer you clear of that if I didn't fully understand the manipulations that occur within that environment. So question everything, even your church. You may connect with amazing Christ-like people there, and that is awesome. I'm not condemning that at all, but definitely make sure that it is pure and genuine and without an attempt to control you or your money before you are all in on anything, whether that be church, whether that be your political stance, whether that be the job that you work at or the person that you choose to be romantically connected to, whatever it is, question everything and know what the intentions are behind it before you are all in. And even then, pray about it all the time and work at it just like you're tending to a garden so that it stays that pure, wholesome thing that you decided to be all in on, because everything changes and you want to make sure that with each change that occurs that it stays something that is for your greater good. Okay, anyway, back to the tests. That was a tangent, but I want to tell you guys why I'm doing what I do and not just listen to me. It's rooted and it's based in experience. Okay, the school that we are part of is the school of hard knocks. Okay, and I definitely have a degree. I might be a semester short of my psych degree, but I definitely have a master's or a doctorate in the school of hard knocks. So it's based in experience, and I love all of you, whether you're in my life or not, and I want the absolute best for you. So that's why I'm doing this. Not for fame, definitely not for fortune. I haven't made any money off of it. I am here to help you to do what I'm doing quicker and to not go down the dead end roads that I've gone down. Okay, it will save you a lot of pain and heartbreak, and it will save you a lot of sanity and energy that you can use for better things, greater things, things that are gonna propel you into an awesome future for yourself, into your purpose. We are all given a purpose. God sent us all here for a reason. The quicker you get on that path and in your purpose, the higher and faster that you will ascend, and you will become more and more what God wanted you to be, what His plan was for you here. Okay, um, we all have to learn lessons. There will be tests from those lessons, just like in school. God will show you what you can have. And if you learn those lessons, He will bless you with the level up. He will get you so close to what you have prayed for and that what you're trying to manifest that you can almost taste it, you can almost touch it, and maybe you even temporarily have it, but it's not quite yours yet. He will show you that just so that you know this is a reality for you. This can be something that happens in your life. You can tangibly obtain it. Um, so you have to pass the test in order to get it, though. He's not just going to freely give it to you unless you have been prepared for it. He will always prepare you for your tests and for you're about to receive it. He's not going to give you something unless you're ready to handle it, because then you will just lose it right away. And He wants you to be able to sustain that, and He wants you to be able to thrive and enjoy that gift, those blessings that He gives you. He doesn't want you to not be prepared for it and not be able to handle it and keep it once it's been given to you. That's how the Lord works. He loves you. He loves you. He wants the absolute best for you. And just think about, your parents or any mentor that you've had. They want you to be prepared for something. They don't want you to take 5 steps forward and 10 steps back. They want you to take 5 steps forward and 5 more steps forward and 10 more steps forward and continue to grow and love and thrive. They don't want you to get there and then fall flat on your butt. They want you to keep what you've accomplished, and then no ceilings. Keep reaching for more and obtaining that and obtaining that. Now, we're all going to have setbacks, but learn from it. The sooner that you know, like I said, what time it is, you will learn from it, and you will put that tool in your belt, and you will know that next time you're approached with that choice or that test, that you're going to pass it. And then you're going to know the next time even sooner that it's a test and I need to pass this. Here's another test. I need to pass this. You will be very aware that tests are going to come your way, and that all the trials and tribulations that you have lived through in this lifetime, we're preparing you for said tests, because God wants to bless you. God wants you in your purpose. You are here to help Him. You're here to help humanity. You are here to raise the vibrations and love. Love is why, right? I'm going to drill that into all of your heads because that is it. Love is why. So God will throw you into on-the-job training, just like I said. All the tabs, all the tabs that are open in your virtual computer in your life, all of the experiences that you have, those tabs are open with all of the tools that God has provided you with along the way, all of the things that He has taught you, all of the lessons that have been prepared to get you to where you need to be, to know what you need to know, to pass those tests, right? Or jump the hurdles, or recognize discernment and how to avoid people that are not for your greater good. Whatever the lesson may be, God is going to prepare you for it. He's not just going to pop quiz you out of nowhere. He's going to have taught you what you need to know before that test comes. It will be easily recognizable because you will know the right answer. You can look at people around you that are being tested all day, every day, and say, don't do that, or you know better than that, or you were wrong for that. Like, you can see it easily when other people are going through it. But the real test that comes to you in the physical is what you need to be ready for. It might not be the same test as everybody else is taking because all of our paths and purposes are different. But recognizing it and knowing when it's go time, and this is your time. This is your time to shine. Step into that step up to the desk and grab the pencil and take it and pass it, because this is for you. Know when it's go time, and when that test is for you, and be ready to put the knowledge that God has prepared you with into passing that test. I think the best way to learn is to do. There can be a 3-week, 3-month, 6-month training program. And I think the easiest way, like I taught myself how to ride a bike, so did my youngest son. Just take the training wheels off and go. You might fall a few times, but you will learn from just doing it. That people can throw at you all of the scenarios and all of the pop quizzes that they want, but until you get on the job and you do it, that's the best way to learn. That's the best way to prepare yourself. Is just do it, because then you're gonna get the real life experience and not the fake scenarios that might never arise, and you're actually gonna do it. Um, so once He has shown you what you can have, and He will test you to see if you have learned the lessons, in order to level up and have it, what will you do? Will you make the right choice? A lot of people don't the first time, and I know I have been in many, many places in my life where I didn't. And I think with both of my marriages, they were very similar, different people, but very similar. I didn't learn the lesson the first time, so I was destined to repeat it. And better bet that I learned the lesson the second time around, because it was much harsher. It wasn't as easy to get divorced from the second person. I'm still going through the things that I went through within that divorce 7-8 years later, because I didn't learn my lesson with the first marriage. And so the second lesson is going to be much harder. God is going to make sure that you learn it eventually. And if you're rebellious and you don't care, and maybe you like being hurt and you think you're a glutton for punishment, maybe you'll do it a third, fourth, fifth time. I know people that have been married lots of different times. I wouldn't take advice from them, but like I said, the quicker that you learn the lesson, the better, because the more times that you have to repeat that to learn the lesson, the harder it gets. So God will put you in the physical position to make that choice. What you choose will determine what you get. You may have to stay there and learn more, or will you learn your lesson and level up and ascend? It's new levels, new devils, though. So just be prepared, just like when you're going through life in your or school, whatever the situation is when you're younger, how the lessons are easier. Now, they don't seem easy at the time, tying your shoe, learning how to blow bubbles, learning to skip rope, ride a bike, like the things that you learn when you're younger. Of course, they're hard to you at that age, but the more that you level up, the harder that the tests are to pass, the harder the lessons are to learn. It becomes um, mountain climbing instead of shoe tying. And it's not cheaters and heartbreaks anymore like it was in high school or after high school. It's now thieves and murderers and, new levels, new devils. The higher you get, the harder it is. Just like the more times you have to repeat a lesson, the harder it is. So just know that once you level up, it doesn't get easier. It actually gets harder, but you're more prepared when you start to ascend and level up for that. It's not, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. So you're going to be more prepared. You're more ready to pass those tests and to level up. But just know it doesn't get easier. It just gets easier to recognize. So once you're dedicated, you'll make it look easy. You'll make it look easy because you're ready for it and you know what you have to do. But before you get there, it's harder to know that your test is coming. It's harder to know to not backslide and go back and repeat the lesson. So just know that the older that you get, you can't deny the tests that you failed. And just like you holding a mirror up to your friend and telling them about themselves so that you can hopefully change their trajectory, it's God holding a mirror up to you and telling you, you'll realize it was a test that you didn't pass. And you will never be able to forget that, though. He's telling you about yourself. You're going to remain in the same place. You're going to repeat the lesson. That's God telling you, I held a mirror up to you. You saw that that was the test, right? And you didn't pass it. So you have to stay here for a little while longer. You have to go through this again, and you will recognize that you were going through it again. But you'll never forget that you failed that test. So next time, you'll be ready and you'll pass it, especially if the lesson was harder, because you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it everywhere in every part of you. It's going to hurt that bad. But know that you're worth it. Love yourself. Know that you are worth leveling up for. You are worth learning the lesson. So pour back into yourself and be ready for it the next time that it comes, because God put you here for a reason. We're all special. He has a purpose for all of us, and realize that, recognize that within yourself, how special you are and how worth it you are. You are worth not staying where you are and spinning your wheels. Stop needing to get the redo and the lessons under your belt the first time. So pass your test, hurdle the trap, and move on and move up. I, for one, I should have learned, I guess, a lot quicker when I was younger, because I didn't have a mentor about this stuff. I didn't really know, like, my son's going through this now. I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know how to put it in conceptual terms, but I was never able to get away with things that my friends were able to get away with. Everyone could skip school as many times as they wanted. They could skip class and go smoke, or, go to a restaurant for lunch and come back, and people would never. But if I thought, oh, that sounds fun, I'll do it. No, the first time that I ever tried to skip school, I was found out by that evening. My psychology teacher went to buy a computer from my aunt, and I was living with her at the time, and they put two and two together and realized that I was in his class, and he said, where was Carrie? She wasn't at school today. Well, she was supposed to be at school today. And by that evening, I was found out. So I've always gotten my karma immediately. So I knew that just things that people could get away with, I couldn't get away with them. And I've never been able to get off easy. I saw $5 on the ground the other day at the park, and I knew better than to pick it up, because if I had picked that up and knowing it wasn't mine, even though I could have used it, I probably would have lost, $200 and $300 the next day, or my car would have broke down, or something bad would have happened to me. So I don't even try it anymore. I know that as soon as I start doing somebody wrong, as soon as I start going down the road, karma is going to bite me in the butt real quick. It always does. So I try to learn my lessons fast these days, especially since my last divorce. That was a a catalyst in my life because I loved that person more than I loved myself, and I gave them so many chances, but yeah, I wasn't pouring into myself. I was pouring into them, hoping that they would change instead of trying to change me. And in going through what I'm going through now, I realized that the longer I held on to that, the further off I put myself, and I paid dearly for that, and I will not do that anymore. I've learned my lesson. But in the midst of this person and his family or people that he knows trying to tear me down, it has made me gain more traction and love myself and elevate in more ways than I could ever tell you about. More so valuable has the lesson been in the fact that I have poured into myself and I have gotten my life on the right track, and I've learned my lessons, and I'm never looking back, and I'm never going to be able to forget where I need to go, where I need to be, and that I love myself, I love others, and I'm here to help humanity. It has catapulted me into my purpose. So even though that happened and it was unfortunate, I have gotten myself where I need to be in life, and that has been worth every second of the heartache, every second of the awakening that I've gone through, because I realize what I'm here to do now, and so it was worth that. I don't regret it at all. Plus, I have my son, and that's worth more than anything as well. So, but each time that this person or anyone he knew tried to tear me down, they did not realize that they were elevating me and elevating me and elevating me even more every time that they did it. Because instead of, um, you know, pushing me into the ground, trying to make me, mud on their shoe, I was really becoming stardust. I've said to him and my family so many times that I'm a star, and I never knew where that was coming from, but I am becoming a shining star because of all of the things that they did to try and tear me down. It did just the opposite. Just the opposite. And you can be that way too. You just have to learn how to turn that pain into power for yourself and step into your power. Don't let them take that from you. Let them build you up with it. Let it become your fire, and start going the opposite way that they want you to go, and just keep going. Keep going. Run as fast as you can towards that version of yourself that they don't want you to be. Okay? That's very valuable. What else did I write that I want to say? Yeah, in my situation, since I've turned to what I consider my purpose, I'm tested to see if I deserve the table that's set in front of me, despite my enemies, that they will have to watch me despite all of their attempts to control and to oppress and to hate on me, and disparage my name, to drag down my character and make me sound horrible when really I'm not. I am tested to see if I will deserve that. Am I going to consistently be obedient to this path? Am I walking the walk? Am I talking the talk? The enemies are being tested. Are you really going to follow through with doing that person wrong? Are you going to stop and turn around and start working on yourself and focusing on your goals and your level up? Or are you going to be tempted for the quick come up at someone else's expense and add more karma to your books? Are you going to say, I've had enough of that life though. It's time to turn the ship around, to armor up and level up? I think they can do it. I have faith that they can do it. I know that we are all brothers and sisters in God's army. We were all sent here for the same reason. If I'm here to raise the vibrations of the planet, I have to want the best for all of us. If I want bad for one person, then I want bad for myself. So I can't want bad for anyone. I want the path that I'm on for everyone to be on. I want you all to achieve what you're here to achieve, and to love each other, and to raise the vibrations of this planet, and to break us out of um, the matrix, if you want to call it, the rat race that they want us in. That's not why we're here. That's the illusion that they have you under. And the more that you walk your path and get in your purpose, you will realize that that's not why we're here. We weren't here to work ourselves to death and to want and to hate ourselves because we can't achieve what they've achieved, and compare yourself to them. And it's that's not why we're here. They just want you to think that's why you're here, because it helps them to keep their comfortable life that they're living in. And we all need to wake up and get out of that as soon as possible. So learn to protect yourself and recognize when you're up next, when your test is coming, when you're going to be in the spotlight, and when it's go time. Make the right choice when it is. Okay, stop being a doormat. Stop being a people pleaser. Step up and do what God has been teaching you to do this whole time. The test has been prepared for you ahead of time, whether you realize it or not. And I want you all to realize it, that you're worth it. You're worth passing those tests. You're worth seeing what's on the other side of those tests. And realize that with every test, more and more beautiful things will come to you. Okay? I love you all. God loves you, and you're never alone. Bye.